I will start with David Yapowitz.
Hey, Coach. You guys were at halftime only down by 5. And then that third quarter, by the end of the third quarter is when things kind of got out of hand there. Just kind of what did you see there? What kind of went wrong that allowed them to just kind of get out to that lead and just never look back?
Well, I think, we had some, good looks at the basket up high in our offense. Some of the shots were, pretty long threes, and they kind of turned into transition baskets for, the Dallas Wings at the other end. They got the backside of our defense in transition, and, hats off to the Wings. They do a great job in their transition game of pushing the ball and making you get back. But overall, I just thought in that second half, we didn't make our shots. We had some good looks, and we did not defend in transition.
You have a follow-up, David?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll go to Bree Ingram.
Hey, Coach.
Hello.
So Lexi and Katie Lou are two of the best shooters on the team, and they have been very efficient from the three-point line this season. But tonight they were only able to make 1 3 between both of them. So what do you think is the key to getting them going and getting them more involved offensively?
Well, I think just more movement on the backside of our offense, getting some touches for them in our transition game early, and, shoot the three ball out there. You got to make sure that you have good passes, and sometimes our passing has been a little bit low. So those are some things we're going to have to still practice on and get better at. Those are two, yes, they're great shooters in this league, and we're going to find ways to, get them shots off that 3-point line.
We'll go to Jackie Ray.
Hey, Coach, I know when you face losses like this, sometimes it gets frustrating. And when you're frustrated, you can end up being your own enemy. How are you really talking with the ladies and letting them know that we still have to keep pushing forward and not to let that frustration get the best of them?
Well, the main thing is, I know we had about a week to, practice, and, we haven't had a few games here for about, 5 or 6, 7 days in this stretch. So, I felt very good the first half of how we really came out. Our energy as a group is still up. We just have to, still, play faster in our game and, run some of the sets that we're running and continue to, put those baskets in. And once you do that, things turn around for you. I like the shots we got today. I wasn't really pleased with the defensive end and transition. I was really, kind of pleased with it for us half court wise. But, when you give up, 35 transition points, fast break points, that means that you got to really practice more on getting back on D.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome. Thank you.
The last one on the Zoom will go to Bailey Caldwell.
Hey, Coach. Strong game today from Chiney in particular. What have you seen from her as she's kind of getting back in her flow this year, coming back from injuries over the last couple of seasons?
Well, I just saw a lot of with her conditioning has gotten a lot better. I think her shooting range is starting to come in play, hitting that mid-range shot from 17 feet on out. The defensive play, she's always going to play defense for you and be aggressive and get you, those scramble plays. But you're very pleased of her play of, getting those shots up against, a good scrambling defense with Dallas putting out there on us. And with Chiney, she's always going to find ways to get the basketball to score inside or, get putbacks for you.
All right, we'll go questions in the room. Dorothy, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. How are you doing?
Good. How you doing, Dorothy?
Talk a little bit about Christy Tolliver and what she gave you guys, and just how she'll change the dynamics of the team right now.
Yeah, I think, with Chrissy Tolliver is, bringing her in with some limited minutes right now, just trying to get her in rhythm. This is her first game. I was, very pleased how she, came out and hit some shots, and she also carried too when she got the basketball to find her teammates. And it's going to take her about 3 to 4 games to really get in full swing at 100% for us up and down and conditioning wise. But very pleased of her actions, by how she's on the floor, and was a good floor leader for us.
Coach, firstly, it's great to see you back.
Great to see you too. Thank you.
Just wanted to ask you, you're familiar with a couple of players on this team, Alicia Gray, Caleb Thornton. How have you seen their games evolve over their last few years? And, what have you liked from how they've changed?
Yeah, after, for Gray being drafted, first round when I was here, and Thornton was pretty much a free agent, seeing her score first layup with one left hand. I said, yeah, we got to have her. But I'm so proud of them, how they developed their game and still been working hard at it and doing a great job out on the floor. I just think they're going to just get better and better because they're still young, and they're going to keep elevating their game to another level. And they're shooting the three ball pretty well, especially Gray.
And as you're back in this head coaching position, last time you had Liz as well. Do you find yourself, kind of utilizing her in some of the same ways that you used to when you were here with her?
A little bit different, it's a different set with the guards. I think when I was here, it had, with Skylar and a few others. But here it's more of we got to round it out where we can get touches with NECA and, with KT, Tolliver. Liz is one we still go to her inside, and I thought she had a fairly good game other than the foul trouble she's got in. But it's a different structure here in LA than it was here in Dallas.
And can you talk about the difficulties of coming back to playing, after, the break that you guys had 5 to 7 games or 5 to 7 days without a game?
Well, it's different than May because May we were playing every other day and on the road, for about 11 straight days or so. And, having 26 travel days, then that was tough. So we're trying to still catch up. There's, been a change, and so I'm just trying to implement a lot of things that I want to get in. And sometimes you just can't get in a week. It takes you, a few games and a few more practices to get everything you want. So I know today we were hoping to be a more closer game or get that W, but I saw some in some players towards the end with a lot of fight and grit. And our motto is that we want to be a relentless team, no matter what the lead is. We want to, go out there and battle and fight. And, we've had opportunities to get it down to a single digit, and didn't happen for us, but I was very proud that the young ladies fought hard, stayed injury-free, and competed.
Coach, one more on Christy. Just how do you think the season on the Mavericks fence, how do you think that helps benefit her game?
I think it benefits a lot because, she can see a lot from different strategies and structures from the NBA side of things. Those guys are, 6'8", 7-footers at point guards and shooters, and it's a different level here. But her and I really talk a lot on the side and strategize some things, and I'm pretty much on the same page of what they do in the NBA with some sets, and she can see that, and that's helpful for us. But it helps for our game too, because she gets to run up and down the floor, with bigger guys, and sometime in her practices are passed to them, and it's helped her a lot during this off season.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate you.